There are an estimated 47 million of these people in America right now. You probably work with one and have to schedule a meeting just to ask them a question. You're born as a kid with a natural, almost predatory instinct for order. While other toddlers stack blocks, you arrange them by color, size, and potential load-bearing capacity. Your first toy is a Fisher-Price phone. You do not pretend to call grandma, you pretend to reboot it. You spend ages 3 to 7 trying to optimize your morning cereal consumption. You create a flowchart on construction paper. Your mom frames it. She cries. It's the most beautiful thing she's ever seen. Your childhood is a series of systems. You implement a chore chart with a points-based reward system tied to a SQLite database you run on a laptop you found in a dumpster. The other kids on the block do not understand your lemonade stand. It has a 5-step CI/CD pipeline. You write unit tests for the lemonade recipe. The tests pass. The lemonade tastes like battery acid. You sell 0 cups. You consider this a success because the pipeline didn't break. Your parents take you to see a therapist. You spend the session diagramming his office's inefficient client intake process on his whiteboard. He charges your parents for the full hour. You discover the family router. You are 9, you do not ask permission, you log into the admin panel. The default password is still admin. You are disappointed by the lack of security. You set up quality of service rules to prioritize your own gaming traffic. You throttle your sister's iPad to dial up speeds. She cries for 3 days. Your father, a man who thinks Wi-Fi is magic, cannot figure out why the internet is broken. You offer to fix it for a fee of $5 per hour. He pays you, you are now a consultant in your own home. This is your origin story. And just like that, you reach the most insufferable period of being a DevOps guy. You're a teenage DevOps guy. Puberty hits other people, it does not hit you. You channel everything that should be going into hormones, sports, or socializing into building the same Minecraft server 7 different times. You build it on DigitalOcean. You build it on Linode. You build it on a Raspberry Pi cluster in your closet. You build it on something called Hetzner that you found on a forum. You never play on any of them. You tweet about the uptime. Each tweet gets between 0 and 2 likes. The 2 likes are bot accounts. High school is a symphony of orchestration failures. You try to automate asking your crush to prom. You write a Python script that texts her via the Twilio API. The script has a bug. It texts her the same question, will you go to prom with me, 214 times. She gets a restraining order. You tell your parents it's just a rate-limiting issue. You spend prom night monitoring the logs for your home media server. You set up alerts. Nothing happens. You get an alert that nothing is happening. You consider this a victory. Comment "cope" below if this is hitting too close to home. You join the computer science club. You do not write code. You insist the club needs a proper version control workflow. You spend the entire semester setting up a GitLab instance on an old Dell Optiplex. The club's project, a text-based adventure game, never gets writ. The club advisor asks for a demo. You demo the GitLab login page. He asks where the game is. You explain that the foundation must be solid. He dissolves the club. You take the Dell Optiplex home. You run your GitLab instance for 3 more years. It has 1 user, you. You graduate. You do not go to college. You get a certification. It's from the Linux Foundation. It costs $200. You frame it. It hangs above your bed. You get your first job as a junior sysadmin. You are 20 years old. Your first task is to restart a printer. You do not restart the printer. You write an Ansible playbook to restart the printer. The playbook fails because the printer is not in the inventory. You spend 3 days debugging. The office cannot print. Your boss, a man named Greg who wears New Balance shoes, asks you what's taking so long. You show him your YAML. He does not know what YAML is. And then you become an adult with the automation genes in full bloom. You work at a startup. The product is a mobile app that finds you the closest artisanal toast. The company has 12 employees. You insist on implementing Kubernetes. You spend 4 months building the cluster. The app has 17 daily users. The cluster costs $9,000 a month. The CEO asks you to explain the bill. You give a 45-minute presentation on container orchestration. He falls asleep. You get a promotion. You are now lead DevOps engineer. You have 1 direct report yourself. Your dating life is governed by runbooks. You meet someone on Hinge. Their profile says they like hiking and tacos. You do not ask them about hiking or tacos. You ask them about their disaster recovery strategy. The date lasts 11 minutes. You go home and write a post-mortem. You rate the incident a save 2. You create a dashboard to track your dating metrics. Your match rate is 0.2%. Your conversation to ghost ratio is 1 to infinity. You consider automating your side of the conversation with a large language model. You build a proof of concept. It works perfectly. You have 0 dates. You have peace of mind. At work, you achieve legend status. You migrate the entire company from one cloud provider to another. The business justification is a potential savings of $12 a month. The migration takes 2 years. It causes 6 major outages. You write a celebratory blog post about the resilience of your process. The post gets 7 claps on Medium. All 7 are from your own burner accounts. Your colleagues refer to you as the wizard. It is not a compliment. They are afraid of you. They send you Slack messages that begin with "Sorry to bother you, wizard." You do not correct them. You lean into it. Subscribe so you can keep crying about people you've definitely met. You are invited to conferences. You speak at DevOps Days Boise. Your talk is titled "Shifting Left Your Right-Pointed Paradigms, a Multi-Cloud Narrative." The room has 8 people. 6 of them are waiting for the next talk about free pizza. You hand out stickers that say "Kubernetes, my beloved." No one takes them. You keep them. You put them on your water bottle, your laptop, your refrigerator. Your home is a shrine to tools no one else understands. You try to explain service meshes to your dog. Your dog, a Labrador named Brian, wags his tail. He is just happy you're talking to him. Your peak is a Tuesday. You successfully implement GitOps for the marketing team's WordPress blog. It is the most over-engineered solution to a problem that never existed. The blog gets 30 views a month. Your pipeline triggers a rebuild every time a comma is changed. The marketing director, a woman named Karen who uses WordArt, sends you a thank you email. It is the highlight of your year. You print the email. You frame it. It hangs next to your Linux certification. You stare at the 2 frames. You feel a deep, profound sense of accomplishment. You have optimized a grain of sand on a beach that is actively on fire. The years begin to blur. You are 34. The industry moves on. Everyone is talking about platform engineering. You do not understand platform engineering. You think it's just DevOps with a fancier title. You are wrong. You apply for a new job. The recruiter asks you about your experience with AI-driven infrastructure. You tell her you once wrote a script that used a random number generator to pick which server to reboot. She does not laugh. She ends the call. Your skills are now legacy systems. You are a living relic. Your knowledge of Puppet is as useful as knowing how to churn butter. You try to pivot. You start a consultancy. Your website is a single page hosted on S3, delivered via CloudFront, secured with a custom WAF rule set and monitored by Prometheus. It gets 2 visitors. Both are bots. You write a white paper on the future of DevOps. It is 90 pages long. You publish it on your website. The download count stays at 0. You pay for a Google Ads campaign. You target the keyword "What is DevOps?" You spend $300. You get 1 click. It's from your mom. She calls to ask if you're okay. You tell her the conversion rate is low, but the click-through rate is promising. The decline accelerates. You are 40. You take a contract job maintaining a monolithic Java application that was last updated in 2012. The build process involves a shell script that is 2,000 lines long. Nobody knows what it does. You are hired to containerize it. You spend 6 months. On the final day you run the build, it fails. The error message is "disk full." You have filled the 40 terabyte storage volume with Docker layer cache. The company fires you. They send the termination notice via a fax machine. You appreciate the irony. You file for unemployment using a CLI tool you wrote yourself. You are 45. You live in a small apartment. The walls are covered in whiteboards. They are filled with diagrams for systems that were never built. Your only social interaction is answering questions on Stack Overflow. Your username is DevOpsGuru42. You have 120,000 reputation points. You correct a teenager's Dockerfile syntax at 3 in the morning. They call you a gatekeeping loser. You block them. You feel a strange pride. You have been officially recognized as a gatekeeper. This was always the goal. Tag someone who still has Puppet configs in production. They'll know what this means. Years pass. You are 55. The world has moved to AI-managed serverless quantum fog computing. You do not understand the words, only the acronyms. You get a job as a night watchman for a data center. Your job is to press a physical button if a red light flashes. The red light has never flashed. You bring your own laptop. You SSH into the servers you're guarding. You start refactoring their configuration management. You are caught. You are fired. On your last day, you write a final Ansible playbook to clean up your user account. It fails because your permissions have already been revoked. You retire. You move to a cabin in the woods. There is no internet. This is your final challenge. You spend 2 years building a mesh network to connect to a satellite. The satellite is for weather monitoring. You do not monitor weather. You use it to run a single Nginx server that hosts a page that says "Hello, world." The latency is 14 seconds. The uptime is 70%. You are happy. You have achieved the purest form of the craft, a system that serves no one, costs nothing, and requires constant maintenance. This is nirvana. Your legacy is a single line in a README file. A junior developer at your old startup finds it. It reads, TODO, fix this hack before Gronkowski retires. Rob Gronkowski has been retired for 12 years. The hack is still there. It is now the core of the company's billing system. The company is worth $400 million. The developer spends an afternoon trying to understand your commented out code. He gives up. He writes a new comment above yours. What the hell was the DevOps guy thinking? He will never know. You were thinking about the elegance of the abstraction, not the utility. You die peacefully in your sleep. The cause of death is listed as natural causes. It was actually a cascading failure of several minor undiagnosed systems. Your funeral is attended by 7 people. 6 are former colleagues who came out of morbid curiosity. The 7th is your dog, Brian. He is confused but loyal. They play your favorite song. It is the sound of a server booting up. As the bias beep echoes through the small chapel, a single, perfect log line is written somewhere in the ether. System shutdown completed successfully. Your work is finally done. All jokes aside, these are exaggerations. Internet caricatures born on social media and spread like wildfire. Yes, the obsession with over-engineering and process for its own sake is real, but turning DevOps guy into a universal punchline reduces real people to a single stereotype. Most system reliability engineers, platform engineers, and yes, DevOps professionals are dedicated, pragmatic people keeping the digital world running. They fix the outages you never see and build the pipelines that deliver the apps you use daily. Behind every meme is a real person doing their best, often under immense pressure and with little recognition. So laugh at the absurdity, but remember, the next time your app loads instantly, a DevOps guy probably had a hand in it, and they aren't just drawing diagrams, they're preventing chaos.